Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Embodied Feminine Business Activation, where soul work meets uncapped financial abundance in leveraged online business. Hello, my name is Rosie Lockhart. I am one of your co-hosts tonight and today, depending on where in the world you're joining us, with the beautiful Marley Thorpe and Rachel Smith. And you may have noticed that we are actually missing the beautiful Melissa May Davies, and we are indeed missing her. But she's actually unwell today, so has lovingly bowed out and used her sacred no to say that she wasn't available today. And the beautiful thing about our business is that that's okay. That, first and foremost, you get to actually honor who you are and where you're at and your body and her needs, and you are supported. You are supported by your sisters. You're also supported by your business. And this is really the leverage piece and the automation piece that really sets what we do apart from traditional business and is really something that we're going to be speaking into today. But in a way, I'm just so it's so synchronistic, divine that this has happened today. So that actually what you're seeing is really the embodiment of embodied feminine business. Yeah. And the fact that one of our hosts couldn't actually be here today, yet her business is still operating for her in the background with beautiful sisters joining us today from her business and who are interested in her business is really just the true embodiment of what this actually is. And we're so, so, so excited. So just to give you a little overview, please I really want to celebrate you for being here, for carving out 40 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on how long we go forward today. We're going to try and keep it to 40 minutes to really receive, to really receive something for yourself. This is an activation. So there's going to be some somatic work, a beautiful journey that's going to be guided by Marley. And then Rach and I are going to speak more into the business side of things, breaking down feminine business, and then going more into the strategy, the systems, and the automation that we actually have in place to really support you to actually create a business that supports you to be in your life in all of the seasons that you experience, whether that be illness, whether that be your monthly moon, whether that be pregnancy or motherhood or looking after your family. This is really a business that does support you through all of the seasons. So without further ado, I'm going to hand the mic over to Marley, who's going to take us through a beautiful activation. Thanks, Marley.
Thanks, Rosie. Hello, everyone. My name is Marley. I am a yoga teacher, an embodiment mentor, professional dancer, and retreat facilitator. And I am so deeply passionate about rewilding the feminine and really guiding the feminine back to its natural essence and its natural state. And I really believe that embodiment is the key to this. It's when we can really embody our truth that we become magnetic and radiant and we attract everything that we desire. I have been running retreats for over 5 years now, as well as immersions, women's circles, all of the beautiful things. And I love it so much. It is my soul work, it is my passion. But over this time, I found myself really being this lone wolf, like hyper independent, doing everything myself. And I found myself hitting burnout multiple times. And when I'm in the work, I'm so lit up. I am so in it and loving it. And then afterwards, I just hit this big crash. And I'm realizing that it hasn't been sustainable and it's not sustainable trying to do everything on my own. And also really putting this financial stress on my soul work. I was feeling like it was getting tainted and I wasn't able to show up in my full essence because I was stressed about money and stressed about getting bookings. So this is why this business for me feels so supportive on a soul level, on a body level. When I learned about it, it was just this big, deep body yes. And yeah, I'm just really excited to really merge these worlds of financial abundance and sustainability, as well as embodiment and women's empowerment. So that's what we're here to do today. And I'm really excited to, yeah, have you all here on this journey. So in saying that, I'm going to take us through an embodiment, just a nice drop-in journey into our body. And Rach is going to drop a song in the chat so we can just play the song on your own device so it doesn't cut out the sound. So when you're ready, we're just going to play our song Reach, going to drop that in. Beautiful. You can just click on the Spotify link that we have there and press play when you're ready. And we're going to close the eyes down. I'm just going to take a few deep breaths to really land here together. You can just place one hand on your womb, one hand on your heart. I'm going to take a deep breath in and a long sigh out. Two more like this. Deep breath in. Maybe letting out a sigh, letting out a sound. And one more deep breath in and letting it go. Just taking this moment to tune into your body, just really landing in your body. Just noticing any emotions that are present, any sensations that are present, any stories in the mind, any expectations, just noticing, just allowing them to fall away. It's really tuning into yourself and asking yourself what called you here on a soul level, on a body level, what called you here today? What is it that you are ready to create for yourself? What is it that you desire? And also tuning into what's standing in your way. What are the blockages? What are the self-doubts? Maybe there's unworthiness or fear. Knowing that this is all part of the process as well. This is all part of the journey that is so welcome here. Just staying with your deep breaths, really allowing yourself to be anchored here in your body. When you're ready, just floating your hands wherever feels comfortable. I'm going to invite you now to visualize yourself standing in a forest, starting to feel that you are held and supported by the forest. Be looking around and seeing all the different shades of green, feeling the cool earth on your skin, on your feet, on your bare feet, grounding down into the earth. And just starting to walk through the forest, feeling the sensation, feeling nature, feeling her holding you, supporting you on this journey. Feeling that you are walking towards this dream, this vision that you have for yourself. And in the distance, you can see a mirror in front of you. And as you walk towards this mirror, you see yourself reflected back at you. But this is the highest version of you, your highest self. She is living your highest timeline. This version of you is embodied, empowered in her truth, in her essence. She is anchored in her courage. She has moved through the initiation. She has taken aligned action to get to where she is now, living her highest truth, being of service in her medicine, sharing her voice, being of service to the feminine, being a part of the revolution of the rising of the feminine, back into our sovereignty, back into our magnetism, supported by the earthly elements, supported by abundance, because this is her birthright. This is your birthright. And as you look at her, what does she look like? What does she feel like? Can you feel her magnetism? Can you feel her power radiating from her? She doesn't need to scream from the mountaintops because she is so embodied in her power. She is in her queen energy. And as you look at her directly in her eyes, you also place your hand up against the mirror. She touches your hand. You can feel her energy pouring into you. This golden energy pouring in, merging with your cells, merging with your DNA. And just allowing yourself to breathe that in, breathing it deeply in. And as you feel this beautiful energy pouring into you, her courage, her wisdom, her medicine, you lean a little closer and she has some beautiful wisdom to share with you. What does she have to say? What does your higher self have to share with you today? Be open to receive. Breathing in this embodiment, this deep knowing that you are so worthy to live this life that you desire, that you dream of. This life of abundance, of freedom, of service, of devotion, of passion, of pleasure. And she whispers to you, I am so proud of you. Keep going. Don't give up. You are so close. Everything you desire is waiting for you. Taking a deep breath in and a long sigh out. And as you stand in the jungle, you feel and see the mirror dissolving away, knowing that your highest self is now merged with you in this body, in this moment. Taking a deep breath in and letting it go, feeling her essence is your essence now in this moment. Her wisdom, her medicine has merged with you. When you feel ready, just slowly and gently bringing some movement back into your body. Maybe just moving your hands over your thighs, over your body, coming back into the here and now. Maybe squeezing your arms, squeezing your shoulders. When you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes, just coming back into the space, maybe taking a moment just to look around the room, just reorientating yourself back into the here and the now. Thank you, everyone. Embodiment is such a beautiful and powerful part of being a woman in business, leading from our heart, leading from our womb, and knowing that we are so deeply worthy of everything that we're calling in, everything that we're creating, everything we're desiring. And I'm going to pass this over to Rach now to dive a little bit more into feminine embodied business. Thank you.
Ali, that was so powerful. I'm still feeling it. So now that you've all felt into what called you here to find a more aligned way to work online, we start today by activating you to tune into yourself, as this is the way that we co-create as women in this collective. To not only build your online business with an abundant income to support you, but also in the mindset and the energetics behind a business that is true to the woman that you want to be in all parts of your life. I'm Rachel. I'm an online business mentor and an occupational therapist who came from traditional business to this business for this very reason. After my healing journey began, I got really honest with myself about how work impacted my health and relationships. Finding myself single but successful in my early 30s with an overdeveloped masculine drive that was blocking love. I'd realized I'd contorted myself to a career that wasn't working for me. And it impacted my whole life as I couldn't honor my body, my health, or my needs as a woman. I'm here today to open up a perspective of why this business is different and how it can actually serve women. So as we show you a new paradigm of business, it'll actually be about redefining what you've already done and what you already know about business. The work system as we know it was developed through a patriarchy, and traditional business or careers for women were established under a masculine framework that hasn't actually worked holistically for women. As we look at the next slide, let's take a closer look at why traditional business has fallen flat for women. On the left side is how actually most businesses function. They're outcome focused on KPIs, company profits, client outcome, working mostly from your logic and where your intelligence is of the highest value. You might be always in doing or action to earn, and maybe even overcommitted in how you achieve those KPIs. You might have quite fixed or rigid working hours, holiday and leave, and you might be working despite your body's needs as a woman. And usually your time is booked with limited space. So the business model that we're going to show you today actually has masculine structure built into the business. But what we actually lead with is more a feminine approach to business. Inside this business, you're able to work from your intuition. You have freedom and autonomy and when and how you work to get the results. It's more about aligned action and attraction energy and working to fit your lifestyle. It's about honoring your needs and cycles as a woman and using systems and outsourcing to actually create space. So maybe drop a 1 in the comments if you feel like the current way you are working leans more towards the masculine. Or drop a 2 in the comments if working from the feminine actually feels more aligned for you. As we break this down from more a business perspective, let's have a little look at traditional business. So currently you might be working client per client, group or events or retreat per retreat to make your business overheads, right? To actually make a profit. And this actually usually impacts spaciousness, right? Because you're always in a mode of service delivery. Or maybe you're in your soul's work, you have spaciousness, but you find yourself not receiving an abundance of income with less clients. So this is really a conversation about why traditional business doesn't work for women. So on the left, you can see in the way the structures of traditional business are, to earn more, you actually need to work more, as in you always need to be on and delivering the service. And if you're not delivering the service, you're either reliant on your staff inside your business to do so and managing them to do so. Usually there's limited time off. You might need to stay in one place. You might have continuous weekly expenses or business overheads that ultimately result in a small profit margin. So the business we're going to show you today really breaks down this shift between this paradigm, because the things that you can create online are not capped. It's really about uncapped income in less time so that you have time and location freedom. It's one-time investment and it's an automated, leveraged business. So automation just means systems are designed for you to leverage to buy back your own time. And there's a high profit margin. So to go into this in a little more detail, I'll be handing over to Rosie, and she's going to talk further about the business and how we support you to make a time leveraged income online. Thanks, Rosie.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Rach. And I'm so excited to be sharing this because I come from, I'm just going to, how do I unpin you? Remove pin. Sorry. Lol. I actually come from traditional business as well. So I was a sole trader. I've been an entrepreneur for nearly 25 years, and I feel like I've tried my hand and my hat at everything in terms of running my own businesses, designing products, launching products, working in management roles for other people's product-based businesses, and also, running my own business in terms of trading my own skills for remuneration or, in a service-based industry as well. So what I really wanted to open with here is speaking into the elephant in the room that is network marketing. And it kind of has a bit of a bad name, and I totally get it. And I personally don't have a network marketing background, neither does Rach, and neither does Marley. And I think that this is really significant, right? Because there's a reason that we choose the company that we choose, which is called Enagic. It's a beautiful 50-year-old Japanese company. They literally celebrated their 50-year birthday last month. And Rach and I were privileged enough to actually be in Japan to actually celebrate this. And it was just such an amazing, humbling time. And this is really significant, yeah, because each of us had other businesses, yet they weren't working because we were trading our time for money and there was no leverage and automation in those businesses, right? They actually really required us to do a lot of heavy lifting, to wear a lot of hats, and if we didn't show up, our businesses didn't make money. Our businesses stopped, basically. And this is really what is the difference between what we have with the Enagic and a lot of low ticket companies, and also the systems and structures that we have created within our business collective, which I'm going to share with you very, very shortly. But right now, I want to break down traditional network marketing versus Enagic. So on the left-hand side here, you've got basically the characteristics of a traditional network marketing company. Now, most of these are low ticket opportunities. And when I say low ticket, I mean lower investment, lower return. However, there is often mostly a monthly reinvestment. So you're constantly having to reinvest out of your own pocket to purchase product every single month in order to keep your business active, which actually means that over the course of a lifetime, you're actually investing tens and potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars into a business simply just to be able to run your business. There are also minimum PVs or minimum product value orders in order to maintain your rank or your business, and these reset every single month. Now, I don't know about you, but my nervous system, yes, I do. My hormones run on a monthly cycle, but I don't want my business to be running on a monthly cycle because that is stressful AF. Yeah. And then the sales, the quota resets at the start of every month, and you're starting again. You're having to sell, not only to make an income, but actually to maintain your business. Not a vibe. Most businesses, you also have to build a team to succeed. Yeah. And if someone leaves your business, you lose that entire leg of your business. Also, given that it is low ticket, the returns are also low ticket. So your return, your commissions are actually a lower return. You're looking at, $50 to $100 in commission, as opposed to on the other side, which I'm going to speak into more. So what we have with Enagic is very unique. It's unique in its company structure. It's unique in its company model. And also, this is key as well, how we sell it is also very, very, very unique. You may have heard of this company before. You may have heard of Kangen Water before. Put a 1 in the comments if you have. Yeah. But you haven't heard what we do and how we sell it, which is why you're here today. Yeah. So it's a one-time investment with very little ongoing overheads. It's a direct sale model. So you're actually remunerated directly for the sales that you make, and the person that makes the sale is paid first. There's a patented model, which we're going to invite you to go into a deeper dive. It's super, super complex, right? So what I'm giving you is like a top top level overview just to give you a taste of actually how this is so different to other opportunities that you may have been looking at or you may have invested in the past. It's a 50-year-old company with a 500-year business plan and vision. If you know anything about Japanese culture, Japanese business, they are very conservative. They're very much about the collective and everybody being looked after, and they're very much around family and traditional values. So this is really embedded in the company structure and in the compensation plan. There's also no de-ranking. So every single sale in your business is what we call a brick in your house. It's literally building your house up. And at no point does it just come undone because maybe you need to take some time off. Maybe you want to have a baby. Maybe you want to go on a holiday. Maybe you want to honor your bleed, right? So no matter what's going on in your life, you actually have the knowing and the confidence and that sense of safety that you have this beautiful masculine structure, this beautiful business holding you so that you can actually be in your flow, so that you can actually honor the seasons of your body, so that you can take time out and run a retreat, so that you can be in your soul work, or so that you can just, take a day off and go and be in the beach or be with your family or be a conscious parent. All of these things are ways that this business supports you to be more in your feminine. And probably one of the key reasons that you actually were drawn to this is the money. Yeah, it is a high ticket investment. That means also that the returns are high. Yeah, with the strategy that I'm about to go into, you receive not only around $1,000 back from your own sales to yourself, setting up your business structure, but you also receive $3,500 from your first sale up to $7,500 from your sales thereafter. It is so abundant and so lucrative. And somebody who's been in sales for a very, very long time, I can hand on heart tell you that it takes just as much time and effort to sell a candle as it does to sell a business package. It just means that you're speaking to different people. Yeah, you're speaking to a different customer. And what I love about this business is that relative to traditional business, it is such a low investment cost, given that you don't have really, really high ongoing overheads. And last but not least, there is this beautiful thing called legacy income potential. So not only do you have these really juicy upfront commissions for your sales and for your team sales, there's also this thing that we call legacy income, which is embedded into the model, which I'm going to go into how you actually get there. But it means that it's actually what you're building towards actually doesn't stop when you stop. It actually, when you pass or when you pass, you get to actually nominate somebody to pass your business onto, and it gets to keep running and generating a legacy income for the loved ones that in your life. So what do we sell? Yes, we sell products. And this is our hero package. So as I mentioned, this is really a unique strategy that we advocate for and has been so responsible for massive exponential growth, particularly within our organization, within my organization, and also within our wider organization, the Wildly Empowered Collective, which I'm also a co-founder of, in the last 18 months, because we have been leveraging this strategy. It's just absolutely blown everybody's businesses up. So what do we sell? This is the K8 Quad package, and it includes our 3 best-selling products. Yeah. So we sell medical grade water ionization technology. The first product that you see at the top of the screen there is the Anespa, and it's the shower filter and bath ionizer. And that basically removes all contaminants from your water and remineralizes the water naturally to the natural pH of your hair and skin. Then you've got the K8, which is our hero product. Yeah, it is an in-home ionizer, which attaches to your kitchen or laundry tap, and it has over 60 uses and 5 different pHs of water. So with this particular strategy, you have one for yourself, and you also sell another one to yourself within this structure to have as a loaner machine if people want to trial the water before buying, or if you want to loan it out to, say, a health and wellness business or a Pilates studio or a yoga studio, for them to actually trial the water. We generally say for 30 days at home or in their business, in order to really experience the benefits cellularly for themselves before investing. I personally also use this for my own retreats. So I have my loaner set up at home, and then I will, sorry, my machine set up at home, and then I will take my loaner to the retreats and embodiment immersions that I host as well. And I generally host 1 or 2 of those a year. And then we also have the ukon. So ukon means turmeric in Japanese, and it's a wild turmeric supplement which is organically grown and manufactured on electrolyzed reduced water, which is the scientific term for the water that these medical grade certified machines produce. You can search this on PubMed. You can search it on Google Scholar. I really recommend these medical journals and you search the actual scientific name if you want to dive deeper, but we'll also be giving you some more resources at the end of this call. It's important to note that there are so many ways that you can actually start your business. You can start your business on 1 machine. You can start your business on 4. You can start it on 5 or 6, which is a new strategy that we're also implementing within the last 6 weeks. And we can break that down further as well when you actually get the opportunity to speak to somebody one-on-one about your business and your goals. But this actually has the most leverage, not only in terms of those upfront commissions that I referenced, that 3.5K from your first sale, but also setting up your business structure in terms of the placements of things and how you build out your organization to have the longest, to give you the most control and the most leverage long-term to then tap into not only the bonuses that you get for your business centers and the sales volume going through them, but to really tap into the legacy income much, much, much sooner. So the strategy from a top kind of level explanation, basically, as I said, you get between $3,500 and $7,500 per sale leveraging this strategy. You can still sell single machines within that. But what is your goal? Is your goal to make 50K a year? Is it to supplement your income? Is it to replace your income? Is it to surpass your income? Really thinking back to what was that feeling that you had at the start of this call when Marley took you into the forest and you were like, actually, what is my higher self? How does she feel? What does she need financially to be able to feel that, to feel held, to be able to be in her flow, to be able to be creative, to be able to be in her soul's work, to be able to be honoring her body, to be able to say no, like Mel did today. She's like, I actually can't show up today. I'm too unwell. Can you hold me in this? And we're like, absolutely, sister, we can. We got this. And it's such a beautiful representation of leverage as well, how you can actually tap out of your business and your business keeps working for you literally in the background while you honor your body, while you honor exactly where you need to be. It fires me up so, so, so much because it's what I personally didn't have in my sole trader business. And it's what made me chronically ill, which I haven't really spoken into a lot. Actually a lot at all, to be honest, but it's a whole another webinar in and of itself. But I've been on a massive healing journey, including keyhole surgeries, all of the things. But we'll save that for another day. But I really wanted to speak into this money here. So with the strategy that we teach, this beautiful quad strategy, your first 10 quad sales, you receive just over $53,000 in commission. These figures are actually in AUD, but just know that we distribute globally. There's over 80 offices worldwide, and the client is always sold product in their local currency, but the commissions are very, very similar, obviously just then transposed into pounds or USD or Mexican pesos or whatever it might be. So then at 17 sales, you actually receive $105,813 in commission from 17 sales. Just let that land in your body. If you're someone that is a coach, that runs programs, or that runs retreats or immersions, how many sales would you actually have to make that in profit, in commission? I imagine it's a lot more than 17. And with this model, you actually get to tap into your existing networks, your existing community, to people that know you and love you, and you actually get to co-create and work together and actually build your empire in a soulful, aligned, feminine way together. It's so, so, so beautiful. And then last but not least, we've got that 150K. 23 quad sales gets you just over $150,000 in commission. Drop a 3 in the comments if this is landing for you and you're like, wow, show me how. show me how. And I'm like, yeah, girl, we're going to show you how. So this is the legacy income. Before we show you how, I just want to touch on this legacy income. So you'll see there in the center of the slide, you've got 6A2-3 and it's circled. These figures are actually in USD. The bonuses are standardized in USD and then obviously paid in your own local currency when you receive them. But this is just for the consistency, given that it's a global business, they're standardized. So when you go 6A2-3, I'll break that down in a moment, you receive a $25,000 USD once-off bonus and you receive $5,000 monthly for life. This is the element that's actually willable to your loved ones. Yeah. And what this means is with the quad strategy, the little bubbles in each of these little segments, you can see the little bubbles. Yeah. So me personally, I'm here at 6A2. I'm actually nearly -2. I'm about to go -2. And what that actually means is that my business center, so I've got my Anespa and then an Ukon business and another Ukon business. So I actually own these businesses. It means that they are rank advancing. Yeah. So they're actually building out sales volume and you're double dipping in your own sales because of the way that this very, very complex comp plan works. And when you have 3 of those business centers at 6A2-2, then that actually takes you to -3. If that's just all gone over your head, totally get it. I was the same. Just trust that there is more info in the discovery process, which I'm really going to invite you into very, very shortly. Before we do that, I just wanted to touch on our unique selling point. Yeah, I've spoken briefly into a Nagic. I've spoken briefly into the strategy, but we're actually a part of a wider collective called the Wildly Empowered Collective. I am one of the 4 co-founders of this collective. And what we have created here is actually an automated sales and education hub called the Hub, which you can see here on the screen. And within this, it actually has absolutely everything that you need in terms of setting up your business, running your business, learning about sales, conversations, all of the information on the products. And it also gives you access to your own affiliate links. So people can actually, you can have your shop, your online shop open at any time, and people can actually be going in, looking at a webinar like this, then going through a process to actually see what's on offer without you having to physically share all the information. Yeah. Without you having to trade your time for money, without you having to go, excuse me, to coffee meetings or, be on sales calls all day. Yeah. You literally get to leverage the system that's been created for you that does all of the explaining and 95% of the selling for you so that your soul aligned business partners can go through this process and actually come to a decision around if this is something that is aligned for them. Yeah. So on the right there, it's just listed everything that's included. And I really just want to offer you this provocation. How would it feel to be fully supported in your business 24/7 with a soul aligned product, sales system, and community? Because this is what we offer. And the sisterhood and mentorship is actually such a key part of it as well. We run mentorships, we have fortnightly training calls with different experts, different coaches, and this is all generally included in your investment into your business. So it's something that we're really, really proud of. And as I shared, it is responsible for the exponential growth that we've personally experienced in the last 18 months. And it's also why a lot of people are choosing to partner with us to build their Enagic business rather than someone else. So in the last financial year, my personal business alone and everybody that I mentor within it, we created just under $2.5 million in sales. So that's over $1.2 million paid out to the women in our collective. Yeah. And it was just over $5 million for the Wildly Empowered Collective. And we work on a 54% sales margin. It's very, very similar to any retail product. I've referenced the candles just here on my desk. And I worked in retail for 10 years. And I know that retail margin, that's a standard retail markup. And the beautiful thing about our business is that it actually gets paid back into the pockets of the women and the men that are on the front line sharing this opportunity, sharing these products, rather than getting paid to a middleman, or rather than, going to things like overheads like staff and rent and electricity and things like that. So that money or that profit is actually repurposed and paid to the people, paid to the distributors, paid to the collective, which, as I shared earlier, is just like a really key part of the Japanese philosophy and why Enagic is such a beautiful, beautiful company to partner with. So without further ado, I just want to thank you so much for all being here with us today. And it's been an honor to just touch on what we do, how we do it, and what is available to you. And I want to invite you to just like tune in with your body and actually just ask her, be like, okay, cool. This is all really, really great. What's next for me? What's next? And if your body's like, yeah, this all feels really good. This feels safe for me. This feels like I'm curious. And I actually, this feels like a full body, hell yeah, let's go. Yeah. Then I invite you to take a deeper dive. Yeah. We're going to drop a link in the chat, which actually is a link to book a personal call with a digital business specialist. And prior to having that call, you're actually going to get emailed a series of videos, which is going to go into a deeper dive into the company, into the products, into the strategy, like really, really, really break it down. It's a couple of hours long, right? Which is why we haven't gone into that level of detail today, because we have this beautiful masculine automated system that's there for us that we get to lean on and literally collapse the timelines and share what's on offer, you know, in a quarter of the time, and then give you the opportunity to go through this process when that feels good for you, in a timeline that feels good for you, and how that feels good for you. So if this is you and you're like, yep, great, I want to dot my I's and cross my T's and actually see what is on offer here in full, then now this is your invitation. There's no cost to it for you. It's completely free, and curiosity is free. And I can hand on heart say that the one thing that most women say to me when they finally join this business is, I looked on for way too long. I watched on for way too long. I didn't dive in and actually see what was on offer and how it could work for me. I actually, you know, had these stories about what it was and why I couldn't do it, rather than actually just diving in, viewing all of the information in full, and then again, coming back to your body and going, hey, what's the next step for me? And for me, when I started this business, it was a body decision. It wasn't a logical decision. I just leaned into my intuition and it just kept saying, you've got to do this thing. You've got to do this thing. And I was like, really? Like, I don't get it. Like, why? And I just kept trusting her and I kept leaning in. And then here I am 4 years later with a multi-six-figure business, working with the most amazing soul-aligned women, including Marley and Rach and beautiful Mel, who couldn't be with us today. And I'm just so excited to welcome you into our community, into our space. And if you book a call within the next 24 hours, whether you're on live with us today or catching the replay, I invite you, you're going to actually receive access to another activation. It's going to be a 2-hour activation facilitated by us mid next month, completely free, included in your investment if you decide to partner with us and start your business online. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. I really honor you for taking the time, for being present, for just allowing yourself to lean in and allowing your body to decide. Yeah, this is where the feminine really, really shines. So we've got the call link there. If you're catching the replay, reach out to the person that invited you here and they will drop the link to book a call and to receive all of the beautiful information in your inbox as soon as you book that call, so that you can make an aligned decision about whether this is the right direction for you. It was for us. We haven't looked back, and we really, really look forward to partnering with you, to co-creating with you, and to nurturing and loving on you in this beautiful, beautiful collaborative space. Thank you so much.